Good morning, and welcome to episode 4 of Things I Play. So today we're going to be looking at the game 2048. We're going to be looking at two different versions of it. So 2048 is basically a number game where you have a board. It's usually a 4x4 board, and you have numbers. It starts off with 2. And you combine the 2's to make 4's and the 4's to make 8's and so on and so forth until you beat the board or it beats you. So the first version of this game that is on Steam is called History 2048. So instead of numbers, you have little game pieces, and every time you combine them, you make a piece that is from history. So it's actually a very fun version of this game, especially if you happen to like a tiny bit of history. Let's see. All right. So, as you can see, we've combined, and like I said, each of these represents a number. So, let's see if I can remember that this is the 2. That's 4. That's 8. That's 16. That's 32. That's 64. And that is 128. The Colosseum. It's actually quite a cute little game. It's by a developer called Purple Elephant back in 2017. And it does look like it was the only thing this little developer ever put out. It's only $2 on Steam, $1.99, so it's actually very cheap. I think that's the Pantheon. You get undos, but you have several seconds to wait between using it. So, yeah, use your undos very carefully. Most 2048 games have an undo, but it's usually you can only undo one move. Or in this case, every time you undo, you're going to be waiting several seconds to undo again. Let's see if we can't get one more of the pieces made. This is definitely a cute version of 2048 for somebody who likes the gameplay, but maybe they don't really like the numerical aspect of it. So instead of having numbers, you have a visual aspect to it. What is this one? I'm not sure what it is. Let me see if I can't get closer to it. It's some sort of building. It's some sort of building with a bunch of guards. So I'm not sure. Maybe that is the Pantheon. And what was before was the Library of Alexandria. Or it could be the other way around. Who knows? But anyway, that is History 2048. And it's a 2048 game on Steam for $1.99. So if you are interested in that, definitely a very good value. You can get a lot of playtime out of it. But it's not the only 2048 game I play. If you prefer a more traditional version of 2048, here is the 2048. Also came out in 2017 by a little developer called Thick and Thin. It also seems to be the only thing that this developer has put out. You have your classic 4x4 or 8x8. Then you have Unmistakable, Survival, and Time Trial. The Time Trial one is hard, let me tell you. We're going to go with the classic 4x4. And we're going to restore it. Yes. So, here it is. As you can see, you combine numbers to create, well, bigger numbers. And the whole point of the game, you technically win the game by getting up to 2028. But most of the time you can continue on well past that. I'm not even sure how much past that you can go. The one that I usually play on my phone only lets you get up to the million before it says, okay, you've beat the game. And I have not beat a 4x4 board on that yet. Beat a 6x6 board. I almost beat a 5x5 board, but unfortunately I screwed up the game and had to start over. So we're working on it still. But here, okay. All right. Okay, we're already up to 512 on this one. Getting to 2048 itself can be generally pretty easy. It's getting past that that's usually the challenge. So we're going to try to quickly get up to 2048. This is like I said, this is the traditional version of the game, unlike History 2048, which is more of a graphical version. Both of them are pretty fun if you, especially if you happen to like numerical puzzle style games. You want something that you just want to sit and do. I was going to say without thinking, but there is a lot of thinking involved. It's like, okay, what move do I need to make to maximize my moves? We're up to 1024. So we're moving right along on this board. Okay. Obviously, this is a game I play a lot of, considering it's one of the few games that I play on my phone. I don't play too many games on my phone anymore. Used to. Used to play things like Subway Surfer and uh, Subway Surfer, Fruit Ninja, all those cute little games. Never did really get into like RPG, MMO type games on my phone because you really can't see anything you're doing. It's not very fun at all. But this game, I keep a version of this on my phone for something to do when I'm waiting at the doctor's office or just waiting somewhere. And the particular version of it I play on my phone, I can pick it up and put it down at any time, so I can play the same board for months at a time. And it sometimes takes that long to win a board. And in fact, I think it took me almost 9 months, obviously not playing on a regular basis, but it took me almost 9 months to beat that 6x6 board. Let's see. Okay. Okay, where are we at? Oh, and there we go. We got our 2048. And as you can see, you could keep going. But that's the main goal. That's the main goal of the game, is to get that number. And you could keep going and going and going and going. Now, this has a more graphical version of the game too. Instead of being like cute little graphics, it's colored squares. So, another one of those if you wanted to play the game but you weren't interested in the number aspect of it, you could play it like this and play a more graphical version. Anyway, that is History 2048 and The 2048. History 2048 is $1.99 on Steam. The 2048 is 99 cents on Steam, so they're both extremely affordable. And if you happen to like puzzle games, you happen to like numerical puzzle games, or if you prefer more graphical version of the number game, they both have you covered. So, check it out. You might like it. I know I do. And until next time, bye for now.